So come along and watch this tedious, absolute, ridiculous thing I'm about to do to this. This is why I've not looked forward to this, even though it was my idea. It's hard to get it in the hole. Even though she's a whore. She should be spread wide open, right? What's up, motherfoxers? Now, I have everything I pretty much need to put everything together in the engine bay, except one thing, the alternator. The problem keeping me from getting the interior put back together is the headliner. And if you know, I did a video a while back of me doing a headliner for $45. I think the material at Joann Fabrics, which is really close to Porno Red, cost me like, I don't know, $30 or something like that, and then the can of adhesive was like 15, I think. But if you want to go back and watch that video, it's pretty inexpensive way to refurb your existing headliner for cheap without buying an expensive one. So but anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna do something pretty. I don't think anybody's ever done this to a Foxbody headliner. It goes with the horror theme of the car. I've been putting it off because it is a pain in the ass, and it's got to get done. And I got to get this in there. Then I can start putting everything else in. Door panels I don't want to really mess with till I get this in there. And the other panel, the rear quarter panels, I gotta re-dye those, but it's just too humid you can't spray dye in humidity. So I gotta wait on that a while. But in the meantime, I'd like to get this in, so I got no more excuses on working on the interior. There you go. There's what I'm doing to it. And you're looking at that going, what on earth is that? Well, let's take a look. You guys get it now? Still nobody understanding? These are fiber optic cables. This connects to a light. That's right, man. Talk about a whore. We got a million colors to choose from. Oh man. How about that? Has anybody ever done that to a Foxbody? Doubtful. Yeah, I know some of you guys are going, dude, that's gonna be cool. And other guys are going, you're an idiot. And I'm gonna tell you something. You're right, I am an idiot. It's gonna happen. I don't look forward to it. There's 150 fiber optic cables. I chose for the latter. You know, not so many. I chose not to get the big number of ones, but it's going to be hard poking through this material. I already tried it. You can't just stick those things through there. You stick them down through the length that you want, and you basically just take a pair of nail clippers and clip them off, and then you tape the back side of them to keep them there. So but there's something pretty cool about this cardboard that makes this going to be a little bit easier on me. Let me show you. It's not going to be easy to poke through those. I think I'm going to have to get a needle and somehow attach those and poke them through, because I tried poking them through that material. The material just said so, but let me show you what's going to make this easier. So the back of this thing has got what looks to be like breather holes for this. Perfect, right? Absolutely perfect. I don't have to pop holes in this thing, because I'm not going to go outside this. I think I'm just going to use these holes to make it easier. And I thought about a couple of things. There's 150 lights. I could put the initials DPH across it. But that's just cheesy. So I'm just going to do them randomly, guys. Just kind of randomly take them across these holes here. And like I said, I'm an idiot. It's definitely going to be a pretty unique element to this car. And totally and completely 100% you are correct if you're saying unnecessary. So that's why I'm gonna do it. So here we go. All right, before I flip this over here, I wanted to make sure this was secure, because I'm gonna be flipping this back and forth here. I want to wrap this up and tie it up with a zip tie. Got a big needle, some 12-pound test, just as like a extra handle here in case I gotta pull something out, you know. See how this works. But yeah, sticking tape on this, I don't know if it's gonna work right, but let me see if I can't push this through with it attached to it, with me just holding onto it. I doubt it's gonna work, but yeah, see, it's just not going through, and this stuff doesn't want to go through that hole. And I gotta be careful because I don't want to be pushing this off the glue, and that hole I just made is gonna be hard to, oh, I just made it through there. Cool. Well, let's see what that looks like on the other side with, you know. All right, hopefully they don't go anywhere, so let's take a look here. Man, you can barely, that worked out pretty good, man. Okay, cool. Guess that's the way to do it. I mean, I guess if I gotta kind of poke it again to make that, you know, that teeny little hole that needle's making just a little bit bigger to stick, so this can find its way through, that'll be cool. But as soon as we figure out the length to this, then we'll put this down on here and actually tape it down so it doesn't move anywhere. That's how I seen them do it on a show they were doing this on. So don't want to actually kink this, but you want to go ahead and just lay it down, and we'll put, like that stuff right there, I use Gorilla Tape, so we'll use Gorilla Tape on this stuff too. And I want this to be a random pattern, because if it's going to be, I mean, if it's bunched up in one spot than the other, so what? So are stars in the sky, right? You know, so it's not going to be uniform, so at all. I don't want it to be. So not only that, I think it probably would be a bigger pain in the ass. I don't know, maybe not, I'm not sure. But the only other challenge is this right there. That's where that brace is inside the car. So that's something else to consider.
Myself wondering what did happen to the last 10.
Alright guys, as you've seen on the time lapse, I was really getting frustrated there because I couldn't get these things through. So the needle thing didn't work. I think I got lucky on this one. But I took this and actually filled up this hole. See how it's pointed here? I actually filled up the hole, and when I did that, I was able to punch them through. It made it a little bit bigger than I want it to be, but it's working. So I got as far as just kind of randomly putting them in here, and then I went ahead and I did this, which, if you guys know what that is, we're calling this the big dipshit. Okay, because this is going to be over the driver's area where the big dipshit is going to be driving. We all know who that is, so now just gotta go ahead and randomly place these everywhere. I mean, what did I use? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 out of 150. So we're gonna go ahead and not make big dipshit so obvious. We're gonna put some around here, you know, and then we'll get the rest of her done, man. I'll keep the time-lapse camera on until it dies. I have a feeling it's gonna die before I'm done, or I'm gonna die while doing this from old age. But let's get back to it.
Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. Life changes just open the door. One thing's certain, I'll always be yours.
Well, there you go. There's half of it, so that's about 75 of them. And I've been keeping count. You know, I've had to recount them a couple of times, but I think there's roughly 75 there. So, yeah, it took me probably about a couple hours. Another 2 hours there. I think I'm going to stop for now because it's just... It strains your eyes. because you're trying to be... I'm trying to be random, and at the same time, I'm trying not to get things too clustered. But yeah, it's just, it's a real mind, it messes with your head, man. So, I chose to do this. This is my doing, so, man, good call on my part, huh? All right, so, yeah, after that camera cut off, now we're back to 2 weeks later. I didn't come out here and finish it the next day because I had to take the gas tank out of the other car, and of course we all know about that. And I came out here and finished it. So there it is. All 150 of them little suckers are in there. So I think I got most of them secured going into the holes. So now I'm going to flip it over, and we're going to take like nail clippers, and you start clipping them off right where the hole's at. And yeah. Here we go, man. Yeah, that took a while. There you go, guys. The lights are off. Look what's going on here. Oh, whore color. There's a little box generating that. There's a little LED, or, well, these are fiber optics. I just gotta clip these with a toenail clipper. There we go. I had to give these things a little protection from the rib that's in there in the center of the car. The rest of the stuff is all padded, so I'm not too worried about it. I just wanted to hold these together here. And then this isn't permanent here either, because this is going to have to go down, you know, with the side pillar there. So I got the big toenail clippers. A cave troll himself would love to use these. Maybe not. But I'm going to flip this over and start nipping them. Alright guys, like I said, I never know what the hell I'm doing. So I'm just going to go real close to the thing here and just nip. Nip. 150 times. Such good fun to do some stupid superficial crap to your Foxbody. Some guys like to go fast. I like to go fast in style. Even if that style involves a whore. There are stylish whores. And guys, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I got a stylish whore. Well, soon to be anyway. But soon to be? I don't know, that's yet to be determined as well. But I have taken my sweet, fat ass time on this whole thing. Alright guys, there we go. Looking pretty cool. Pretty spacey, huh? And yeah, there are some that aren't showing through. I'm going to have to go through and push them back through. And some of them, because when I clipped them, they caught the edge of the material and then went to the side. And I just been doing a few of them here, popping them back in, trying to get it, so they show up. Some of them they just retracted in there a little bit. I just got to pop them out, so not a big deal. The big dipshit is right in here. Here's the big dipshit. But there you go, man. That's what I'm doing to this car. I'm whoring it out with some stupid starlights. But that's what you get with me, huh? You get some spacey things, a little far out. So, alright guys, like I said, who else did this to a Foxbody? Show me one. I hope you like it. I hope people, you know what, more people need to do this. Oh, I don't know if I'm the originator, but if I am, you're welcome. See you later, guys.